Hey everyone, we're starting this episode a little bit differently than we normally do because as I am sitting here recording this intro, I have already concluded the recording for the episode's gameplay footage, as well as my ever insightful and riveting commentary. However, for this episode, there is unfortunately no game audio. Windows decided to muck with my audio settings, and I didn't catch it, which is unusual because this has happened before, and I have caught it before because I normally have a very quick little mental checklist that I go through when I hit record. I make sure that the game footage is coming through, that my webcam is on, that I do a test 1-2 on the microphone, and I see the audio bars move for the mic channel. And then the title screen for Elden Ring pops up, and I see the audio bars for the game moving. And on this occasion, I just didn't verify. Trust but verify. I did not follow this sage advice. On this occasion, I did not verify that the audio for the game was coming through. A bit of a dingus moment for me. Remember, kids, don't be a dingus. So I guess when you've done 50 plus episodes of Elden Ring, and who knows how many more, there's bound to be somewhat of a snafu from time to time. Hopefully this is a one-time only occurrence. Lesson learned. But in the meantime, you all will get to enjoy my commentary, which is still there, my reactions, which I'd like to think are the most important part. Hopefully that's why you all are here. But you will also have to live with the Elden Ring soundtrack that I have edited in at the appropriate times and locations. And maybe a couple other fun surprises that I've added as well. I think it's still going to be a fun episode. There are definitely some fun moments, and hopefully the little difference in the audio for this episode will not ruin that fun. So, with that little disclaimer out of the way, welcome back everyone. This is Akinar here with more Elden Ring. We're picking up right where we left off here at our musical merchant and a sending gate, which I think we're going to be jumping into in just a moment. Let's quickly spend what little we have left in terms of runes, and we'll pick up these two little pieces of intel, one of which I think we know what it's about, but I'm not totally sure on this unseen assassins. So let's grab them here and give them a look. You don't have to apologize for anything, just keep making that sweet, wonderful, lovely music, and we'll check out what knowledge you have to impart to us here. Nothing can touch the shades of imps in the hero's graveyard. Only Rosus's light can give them form. Oh. That one is actually not what I was expecting. Nothing can touch the shades of the imps in the hero's graveyard. I am not sure that we have been here yet. I thought this was going to be a reference to the imp shades that we had to deal with regards to Mirage Rise, but this seems to be something completely different. I don't know where the hero's graveyard is. I feel like we have not been there yet, but Rosus's light. Do we not have a weapon that's named after Rosus? This has been a long time since we picked this up. However, Rosus's axe, Usher of Death, Rosus, who shows the path to the catacombs throughout the lands between, is depicted on this ritual axe. The dead easily lose their way, but always in sore need of a guiding hand. The unique skill is Rosus's summons. I'm not sure if this counts as Rosus's light. This is an interesting clue. So maybe when we get to the hero's graveyard, there will be something that we could count as Rosus's light, or maybe we're going to be picking up another item altogether, weapon or otherwise, that will be related to Rosus. Or perhaps I have one in my inventory that I've forgotten about. Oh boy. Okay, we're going to mull that one over. Let's check out Unseen Assassins. Some assassins cannot be seen with the naked eye. Seems the Erd Tree sentries once carried torches that could cast light on these prowlers. Okay. We have several flavor of flavors of torches, do we have the torch that this one is referring to? So, first of all, have we ever even caught wind of one of these unseen assassins? It's I don't think we've run into any enemies like in the was it the Shaded Woods in DS2 that you could still kind of see those enemies, but you really couldn't target them. I don't think we've run across anything similar in this game so far. Let's look. Oh, it actually takes us right to the torches. Interesting. The Erdtree Sentries. The Erdtree Sentries. The guys that are we talking about these guys? The Guardians? Does this count as an Erdtree Sentry? These are some interesting clues. Because I feel like we might have some pieces to the puzzle on each one of them, but I really need to wrap my head around exactly what they're trying to talk about. Because I'm not sure that any of these torches... I mean, the Ghost Flame torch, I could conceive of that being one. This feels like... I mean, it has ghost in the name. Not that these assassins maybe aren't ghosts. They're just unseen. Ghosts and unseen, there's some crossover there. But these might not be actually dead assassins. Okay. We could carry around one of these. We could put the Ghost Flame torch on our... We have enough equip load now to be able to just wield that and then bring that out at a moment's notice to experiment. Not sure where we would be finding these unseen assassins. It doesn't really give you a clue as to where you're supposed to find them. So definitely some thought that needs to be given, and maybe fresh brain energy for both of those notes. But we have spent our runes, and now we can jump into Ascending Gate. Where the heck would this be taking us? I'm not even going to try to venture a guess. Let's just go for it. We have our Trickle Heal Shield. We are ready for anything. Let's see what the game has in store for us. Okay. If I was going to guess, if I was going to hazard a guess, the other end of the bridge would have probably been a good place to venture that guess about. All right, so we are at the opposite end of the bridge. Now I'm seeing, let's get our lantern on. Redo the lantern, as we love to have it on. But I am seeing down here, what am I seeing? This feels like this could be an NPC. Or not. But I do not recognize this as any regular old enemy. So, and there does now, as I think we got just a little bit closer, there now, I think it's an item. Yeah, there's an item that has... There is a mask that I think this individual is wearing. And I'm all of a sudden wondering, I can very, very ever so slightly make out like some little spikes on this mask. I think it's a mask. I can't quite tell for sure because there's like... Let's just get closer. Let's just get closer. I'm wondering, is this Goldmask? That's the thought that I all of a sudden had. I can't target it. Still can't target. I think you at least might be a friend. Is this Goldmask? Maybe, maybe not. Now I'm not so sure. It's been a long time since I have looked at the opening cutscene, and that would be I think the only place that we would have seen Goldmask so far. So I don't know for sure. I'd have to review and see if this was the mask. What else is there to note about you? I saw this long neck and I thought, huh, you're kind of like those, are they star callers? The gravity-oriented random enemies that we have faced here and there. Also, what are you pointing at? Somewhere in the capital? I see. Ah, that clears everything up. Oh my god. This fucking game. I feel like this is not Goldmask. I'm gonna have to review the footage, but I don't think that this is what Goldmask looked like. I think you might be pointing to the opening. There is an opening here that leads inside of the wall. I also see like what looks like a trebuchet guarding that opening. But yeah, I think you might be pointing us toward... Is that this opening here? Or is that over here? I think it's probably here. Huh. Okay. There is an item here. Dragon wound grease. Yet another thing that I don't exactly know what to make. What to make of it. What else is new? Okay, my dude. There's a spirit spring down here. And there is also a scarab over here to the side. So we should see if we can get to that scarab. Could I just jump over the bridge here and not lose my life to a silly science death? Why don't we find out? It feels like this is going to be a silly science death if I try to do this. Okay. All right. I got over... I conquered my fear. Conquered my hesitation. Hesitation is defeat. And we get another spell. This is what we need to do, is we need to actually attune some spells. We're going to do that right now. We are going to... Oh, wait a second. Menu spoilers. Map spoilers. I was right. Okay. That was indeed the Noble Goldmask. Well, yo, we need to go talk to Corin now. We found him. We found him. He's a little dumbfounded. Or maybe he just is a person of few words. But whatever the case may be, Goldmask is hanging out at the end of a once forest spanning bridge. And my game has crashed. So there we have it. It couldn't handle Goldmask and all of the wonderful things that we're finding. So 1 second, please. All right, the game has been rebooted. Hopefully that is our one and only crash of the day for Elden Ring. Before we actually, I don't need to talk to the merchant. We're going to be attuning some spells, but let's first read. We have a few different spells now that we have picked up that are, oh my god, we need one more point in faith for protection of the Erd Tree. What this does is it increases affinity damage negation for self and allies. A superior incantation of Erd Tree worship. Increases damage negation for all affinities except physical, for both the caster and nearby allies. Hold to continue praying and delay activation. In the beginning, everything was in opposition to the Erd Tree, but through countless victories in war, it became the embodiment of order. In the beginning, everything was in opposition to the Erd Tree. Almost like it was the Age of Dark. The Age of Dark had become the ruling order. I can't help it. I can't help but think in terms of Dark Souls, because that's where I feel like Miyazaki's inspiration comes from. That's sort of the patterns that he thinks in when it comes to devising the lore for one of his games. I should maybe be careful about that because Elden Ring is its own variety of game, its own category. So we shouldn't be hold things too steadfastly from before and the previous games. But anyway, that's my initial interpretation there. Because then, through countless victories in war, I mean, the Erd Tree, it almost talks about it as though it's like a living, well, it is, I guess, if it's a tree, it is probably a living entity, but a tree waging war directly is probably not what it's talking about. It's probably through the worshippers, the adherents to the Erd Tree, such as the first Elden Lord, Godfrey, and it established it's the embodiment of order. That's an interesting spell, probably not one, well, it's not one that we can immediately equip without help from our Flask of Wondrous Physic, but it's also one that is a bit more of a niche spell for a particular, there were going to be particular use cases where we want some, well, where would this be useful? When you have fights that have multiple affinities of damage that you're facing, probably. What I do want to equip, however, is I want to give ourselves this Wrath of Gold. What are we going to put in place of it? Or what is going to be put to the sideline is the better way to say this. Let's take out Flame of Frenzy, just because this is a spell that I think of as an AoE style effect. It doesn't have to be one that you're facing off against multiple enemies in order to use. But I think we're going to go ahead and replace that and see about Wrath of Gold. This is the one that we picked up last time and I forgot to put it on the bar. Are there any others that we want to put on the bar? Add to our many memory slots. What else did we pick up? Was it Order Healing? Oh, there it is. There it is. We do have a spell that alleviates Deathblight buildup. Okay. Now that we are done dealing with worm faces for the moment, the problem is we need 11 intellect, though. We need 11 intelligence. We've seen the trend with some of these other spells, which I don't think we've purchased the spells yet from D's Bellbearing. But they also, there's two other spells at the back at the hold that also require an even amount of intelligence and faith. So that maybe is the split build that incorporates these. Anyway, getting sidetracked thinking about some stuff here, but we do have the option to alleviate Deathblight buildup if we were to spec ourselves in the right direction. Okay, let's be sure to try out this Wrath of Gold, though. Why don't we just give it a shot here before we jump back across the bridge? Well, actually, we need to go talk to Corin first. We can charge this. That's all I want to check. I want to see if we could charge it. So let's look at the normal. Boy, the animation is just so sick on that. I love the animation. I almost want like a wider camera angle to be able to see it more fully. Dude, that uses so much FP, though. My God. That uses 30 FP. No, that's not the right one. That doesn't use 30 FP. This one uses 40. Gee. Okay. All right. Hopefully it packs one hell of a punch, because we are going to be burning through FP with that sucker. Time to go back and respec into Mind, apparently. Head to Renala and give ourselves a whole bunch more FP juice. The spell looks super sick, and of course it immediately strikes me as the counter, not the counterpart, but the Elden Ring equivalent to Wrath of God. It's They added one letter to the spell. It was a very easy port to get it over into Elden Ring. But they also made it, they made it very, very, very golden. Which I love. It looks sick. We found somebody. We found somebody. Nice. Wish we would have gotten a little bit more than that, but I think that is probably going to be enough to spur you into action and head to Goldmask, no? I wish I could say that I really did a whole lot here, but I just, you know, I just jumped through Ascending Gate. That was really it. It was no more complicated than that. We're gonna, I didn't mean to put a thing there. We're just gonna double check here to make sure that he has moved on without, I don't know, maybe there's a chance he would leave an item behind, but probably not. We're gonna make sure of that though. But yeah, I just jumped through Ascending Gate. Maybe for some people that's a big deal. And you know, there are, I wouldn't say it's no big deal for me. It's something that if I have a whole lot of runes on hand, I'm not exactly anxious to just jump through Ascending Gate, because who knows exactly where it will take you. Have we had Ascending Gate that has taken us to a spot where we could not immediately warp out of? It might have happened, but it feels like most Ascending Gates do give you the ability to warp back to safety if you so choose. But let's see if Corin has reunited here with Goldmask. Let's see what's up with... Aha! Maybe he can translate for us. Maybe he understands the... I didn't notice the broken statue here before. I did not notice the broken statue. I was fixated on Goldmask. Yep, same as before. Okay. So, you think you can translate for us here and help us understand what the heck is going on? Ah, that's what you call it. Agitation. I do notice that you are maintaining a reasonably safe distance. Out of respect, I'm sure, to not, as you said, do not disturb the brilliant cogitation. Let's learn more about the Noble Goldmask. The daintiest of morsels. Only the daintiest of morsels can... Oh, scribe Corin. I had not yet noticed until just this moment. The name change. He was called Brother Corin before, was he not? Okay, well, you are now. So have we added any new incantations? First of all, it looks like there is one new one. Wait a second. Wait a second. We actually we have the actual disc golf. The actual disc golf incantation. We have the Ash of War that kind of does a similar thing. But now we have carried over. I call it, once again, I think I said this before, but the disc golf spell from one of the DS3 DLCs. I just call it disc golf. It's because one of my Twitch buddies is really into disc golf. I don't even play disc golf myself, but I know somebody who does. And so when I got this spell at the time, it just struck me as that kind of a spell. Anyway, this is another Golden Order fundamentalist incantation, produces a ring of light and fires it forwards. The ring of light returns to a position close to the caster before disappearing. This incantation can be cast repeatedly, a gift from the young Miquella to his father, Radagon. Whoa, I was not expecting for there to be a fat lore drop on the Discus of Light. Wow. Okay. Confirming that Miquella is, I think we knew this, Miquella being a he, but also, holy shit. There was never anything. Now I'll really have to go back and review my various notes. Was there anything up to this point that had indicated that Miquella was related to Radagon in any way? We know so little about Miquella. I feel there really was nothing. Nothing that would have pointed to that sort of a relationship. Holy crap. I don't know exactly what all that entails or the implications that come along with Miquella being son to Radagon. We'll have to think about that one, but that is, wow. Talk about unexpected lore drops. I do not have the runes to afford this spell at the moment. We'll pick that up later. I noticed that it only costs like 3 FP. So it does seem like you're supposed to cast many disc golfs. Interesting. So Goldmask and Scribe Corin are here hanging out. Here hanging out on the forest spanning bridge. The finger of Goldmask really isn't moving. He may not be pointing at the opening in the wall. He may just be pointing at the sky. He does seem like one of the... Are they Starcallers? That's the name that's coming to mind, but these gravity-oriented guys who are quite a bit taller and have much longer necks than the rest of us. What the heck is going on with this? Okay, you guys have fun. We are going to continue exploring. And we're also maybe going to take a look around. It is so beautiful, this game. Oh, we could spend the rest of the episode just standing here looking around. May not be the most entertaining episode, but it would be beautiful, that's for sure. Boy, do those spires, those rock spires sure feel like Mirage Rise. At least from this distance. I don't know if this is a weird lighting or texturing thing, but it feels like those are the same sort of texturing that was going on with the Mirage Rise. We've got our windmills surrounding us. We're heading up to Hemwick Charnel Lane here, it looks like. I guess we'll be exploring the area with the windmills. There was also the other thing that I noticed here. Up on... Here is another building that is just like at the start of the game. That same statue, which we also saw way over... Oh, we can see it from here. Holy shit. Look at that. There it is. And the textures are a little bit more well drawn in. They're still, you know, a pretty low textured building from this distance. Is this actually, this is on the map, isn't it? It's right there. We could go around. We could go up to this thing. I am actually super curious. This is a, I want to do that. Why don't we start? Interesting. Okay, maybe we won't make an absolute direct beeline for, what we'll do is we'll start with, since we're here at kind of an end of one segment of the map, we're up against this is the corner of one portion of the map. Why don't we head there first? Let's head there first, and we will start to explore and make our way around to that, we may even head back to the very beginning of the game to compare. Oh my gosh, it's a battle mage. Oh, hello. All right, let's see how. I mean, maybe we can just sneak right up on you and get a backstab. You are keeping watch over the road, but you are not watching your back. Down he goes. I did not. Whoa, he's got some poise. Okay. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? I rolled up against the rock. How did you have a sliver of health there? Okay, all right. Wow, wait a minute. That guy had a bunch of loot. Oh my goodness. Whoa, we have a Haima glintstone crown all of a sudden, which has a little blue gradient or purple gradient next to it. So it's an epic question mark. And we have battle mage robe, battle mage manchettes, and leg wrappings. What? Okay. Well, that was a thing. Very, very cool. Let's quickly take out the hollows. I'm going to make myself feel a little bit better here by facing off against a much weaker enemy. And also maybe get some flasks back was my other hope now that I am already down 2 flasks. We didn't even get to use our Wrath of Gold against the guy because it just didn't happen. We'll check out. We're gonna just continue to breathe. What I am gonna do is I'm going to use my Wrath of Gold against the birds. That is going to make me feel much better. And hopefully get some foul feet in the process. No foul feet this time. We're gonna need some more. We're gonna need some gold pickled foul feet. We are starting to run a little bit thin on our. Oh, these guys. Oh, not you. We did knock you on your ass. But we didn't one-shot you. And man, that Wrath of Gold really does use so much mana. Wow, our Corpse Wax Cutter does so much more damage against you. Corpse Wax Cutter. Designed specifically to cut through the swamp zombies, huh? Is this Blood Rose? Thought it was an Arterial Leaf for a moment. Okay, interesting. Why is there a zombie lake just sitting out here? Someone tell me why that is the case. I thought I had you lined up. Nope. Okay. And we get a flask refill. I didn't drink my Cerulean flask quickly enough to do that. Fortunately, they weren't the endlessly spawning zombies, I guess. So we do get a flask refill. Things are happening as they do in every episode of Elden Ring. Battle Mage leg wraps. Leg wraps worn by scholars of the Raya Lucaria Academy, tattered from being worn on the battlefield. And then there's some extra text here on the robe. Whenever war broke out and the Academy sealed its gates, only Haima's scholars dared venture outside. So seclusion is no way to foster discovery. It is only a convenient form of escape. Only the Haima's scholars dared venture outside. The Haima Glintstone crown increases intelligence and strength to the detriment of FP. Scholars of the Haima Conspectus sought the power to quell conflict, and to this end, studied the sorceries of cannon fire and the gavel. I think we've read some of that before. The intelligence and strength, how much exactly does it boost intelligence? Would this be enough to allow us to cast the Death Blight build-up cure spell? We probably have a few of these now that affect... Yeah, okay, so the Carlos, right, the Carolus Glintstone Crown, increase intelligence to the detriment of stamina. The Olivinus does it to the detriment of HP, and then you have the Twin Sage, which boosted it by quite a bit more, but decreases both your stamina and your HP. And then you have this guy, which decreases your FP. It increases strength and intelligence by 2. And it lowers your FP by 12. It also... Oh yeah, we lose some poise because we're using something other than our... red mains. Radon red main helm. So there are... I have to remember, there are these options in our inventory, in our gear, our Fashion Souls options that also... Oh boy, rats. They also enable West Windmill Pasture. They also enable us to potentially get the intelligence that we would need to wield some of our spells that we would not be able to otherwise. The West Windmill Pasture. We are at the West Windmill, and there are lots of rats. Lots of rats here. You really kind of need to charge this thing, it looks like. Because otherwise, the range is not amazing. And it's, also, we don't need to be using Wrath of Gold against rats. But I'm trying to experiment. I'm trying to, use it against the weaker enemies in order to figure out exactly what is the best use case. Let's see if I can actually charge it here. Will the rats give me enough time and space to charge it? Does the charging increase the range, or just it might just be the potency? I'm taking way more time than I probably need to against the rats here, but, Bro, I'm also gonna potentially hurl myself off a cliff if I'm not careful. Because you never want to underestimate any enemy. Even the rats will get you. We have seen it too many times. You have to be on your guard. Take your time. Don't roll off of cliffs while being distracted by the rats. Whoa, what is over here? We'll get to the windmill in a second, but I do want to look at what we can see. What is this? Could this be... I wonder if this is the location that Dialos was talking about? What was the location that he was talking about? I think Dialos was trying to find the hideaway of the recusants? Is that what it was? What is that down there? Pumpkinhead. It's a mad Pumpkinhead. Yay. Okay. We will be getting to that eventually. That is on this side, isn't it? We have not explored here just yet. Okay. Let's go back to the windmill. So many cool things to check out eventually. Let's try to stay focused on what we've got in front of us here. Giant rat ashes. Giant rat ashes, huh? Okay. That is a thing that we now have in our inventory, folks. Giant rat ashes. Summons 3 giant rat spirits. You get 3 of them. Spirits that do not... Wait, what? They don't require FP to summon? The rat spirits appear at a distance from the summoner, swarming upon their victim to start the fight. Even as spirits, these vermin seem to multiply endlessly. Enhancing these ashes can increase their numbers. I mean, that kind of sounds really cool, actually, now that I see what the description is. They may not be the strongest rats in the world, but they don't require FP to summon? What's the drawback? That must be the drawback, is that they're just not that strong. When we go back to the hold, we should upgrade that. And maybe I'll even just put it here. We've tried the Jar White puppet a few times now, so let's put him back on the sidelines. Let him do whatever Jar Whites do when they are not throwing around all sorts of firebombs. And let's put the giant rat ashes there into our quick items, and I will maybe... Oh, yeah. You were... Where the fuck did you come from? Get the hell out of here. Maybe I will remember to use the giant rat ashes at some point. Okay, let's keep it going. Let's keep it moving here, and we explored down this way and cleared out the infested pond. So let's head to the next windmill, shall we? And we'll skirt the cliff edge here and keep an eye out for some birds. Try to stay stocked up on foul feet. In the process, trying to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Oh god. How have I never made that joke before? Whoa, I just realized the moon in the background. That's very cool. And now I'm also hearing laughing. What was that I was saying earlier about Hemwick Charnel Lane? Oh god, I was more right than I realized. East Windmill Pasture. Just having a grand old time. Watching while the world burns. Oh, speaking of the world burning, oh my god. Oh, right. I forgot. I was like, didn't they all just explode? If they interrupt, if one of them gets interrupted, then they just get knocked to the ground and they delay their explosive tendencies. I noticed, yeah, you get red eyes. Once the... Wait, now you all have red eyes. No, that's not what we were... That's not what I had planned on us doing with our time. Our short time on this Earth. Why did we have to do that? Y'all were in such a good party mood. You were so happy-go-lucky. There was supposed to be a jump there. Supposed to be a jump attack. All right. The the party has come to an end. We have crashed the party. Twinned knight swords. And a navy hood along with Noble's traveling guard. What the hell is going on here? I do love how the storytelling is done in Elden Ring when you're left to try to puzzle through the perplexing zombie party around a dead noble. Let's check out the twin knight swords. It's a twin blade. An attractive twin blade, nonetheless, of fine make that prizes the chivalric way. Can be wielded with a single hand, but its true strength is unlocked with dual-handed spinning attacks. Let's quickly try that out. I really should do some twin blade stuff at some point, shouldn't I? We have... Oh yeah, we have Eleanor's pole blade now. The only problem is you need arcane for that. Could respec. Twinned knight swords. Yeah, they do have such a cool moveset. Stringing together those combo attacks, and of course you got your spinning slash. And who knows what fun Ashes of War combinations could be done. Good stuff. All right, what was I wielding? I have to not go back directly to my magma scale sword. I have to remember I'm now also using the Gargoyle's Blackblade. Let's, what else are we checking out here? The Noble's Trousers. Which, does this go? We have a Noble's Mask that we picked up a long time ago, didn't we? This thing. No, this is a Ruler's Mask. That's a different story. I don't know if we have a Noble's Mask. We now, though, have a Navy Hood to go with a Crimson Hood. We'll check out the Navy Hood in a moment. Let's go through these the noble garments first. A gift of such rare beauty, a royal wouldn't disgrace their illustrious heritage even if found dead in a ditch in the middle of nowhere while wearing such splendid raiment. As long as you're blinged out, it doesn't matter where they find you dead. Nothing. The only thing that matters is that you die in style. In a ditch in the middle of nowhere, surrounded by the cackling, red-eyed hags from the rejects from Hemwick Charnel Lane. Navy Hood. Increases mind. I figured it would have an effect similar to the Crimson Hood, which I think increases stamina. Once again, worn by expatriated royalty, such cloaks were gifted to those who depart on missions to faraway lands. Same as the... Well, it's actually not quite the same as Roderica. Roderica's does have a little bit more of a description. Or a different description. But what choice did they have, having seen the guidance of grace? I wonder if Roderica might have some sort of reaction to us picking up that hood. Would she have any idea who the expatriated royalty would be out here? All right. This game is something else. Absolutely something else. And I love it, just like you guys do. And we're still just getting started. It's great. Where to next? Where is the next wonderful encounter that we're going to have. Is there just a random zombie dog up here that I noticed? Oh, I guess there's a couple of them. There's a couple of them. Mildly surprised that connected. Some actual good timing. There's another zombie dog over here, which I don't need to kill because I have full flasks. But try to keep a lookout for... Oh, wait. There are some windmills down here. Ah, okay, okay. So let me... I see. There's actually quite... okay, okay. Oh, okay. This leads down this way toward the Bridge of Iniquity. Do I want to go in that direction? I kind of want to keep steering... I kind of want to keep my exploration efforts up in this direction, if I'm being honest. So why don't we do this? Why don't we actually go back up here, and we'll try to stay to the north of this road for now. We'll focus our efforts on the north side of the road. And we'll, because I'm very curious about getting up to this top area up here. And I also want us to keep moving toward the direction of this building that looks like the building that we emerged from at the start of the game. I want to keep moving in that direction with some level of expediency. We're obviously not making... Without making a direct path for it. Village windmill pasture. Village windmill pasture. Oh, that's a these are misbegottens. Okay. Some misbegotten here. I meant to jump. Where's my jump at? Okay, Torrent's taking the hit for me here. Torrent's taking the hits. Not that time. My last hit, trying to get it to connect. And finally we do. So the Misbegottens attacked the poor townsfolk here. Ooh, arterial leaf. I totally did not even see that arterial leaf. Oh, zombie dogs. Zombie dog. Torrent's about to die. We need to get some Roa fruit out here so Torrent can have some health. Let's we really don't use soft cotton that often. I didn't mean to actually use it here. I meant to switch it out for... I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. This is great. I want to go to my item crafting. Because I want to craft some foods for my buddy Torrent. Because we have... Well, I mean... let's use these golden rows. We're going to get plenty of these, right? Let's craft a couple of these. And we'll put these into our... in our pouch. Switch this out for some sweet raisins. Nice. Torrent is happy, which means we're happy. Now I'm ready for those zombie dogs. Torrent's ready to deal with your business. Another arterial leaf that I did not even see. We are going to take out this guy just in case you give us a flask, which you do. I should have drank my cerulean flask. Okay. Oh, there was an item here. 10 raw meat dumplings. Oh, the poor villagers. The poor villagers who have now made their remains have made it into our bags. Cool. Excellent. Okay, we're staying to the north of the road here, but I think we're going to have to go around as we wind toward the upper level. Oh, I see some pretty colors, as well as what appears to be a site of grace. Dominula, Windmill Village. Never in a million years would I have thought to name the Windmill Village Dominula. But look at these beautiful, beautiful flowers. There is a spirit over here. Do we need to sit? We don't need to sit. I will drink, though. Eek! I hear a festive melody. No, no, don't skin me. My hide is filthy, I swear. Oh, man. Context-free dialogue. I swear, guys, my hide is filthy. I promise. I promise. You know what I just realized? I just realized we did not check for any sus walls near that battle mage, did we? We should probably go back and do that. Future Akinar will probably make a note of that as he is editing this footage to remind himself to go back and check for sus walls near the battle mage that gave us the I almost said the Hernia's stone crown. What was it called again? Started with an H. It was only a few minutes earlier that we picked it up, but I've already forgotten the name. With this festive melody cackling all around me. All right, I'm not gonna give you guys the chance this time. We are cutting straight to the chase here. We're cutting straight to the chase, and you are out of here. Because I know it's not all fun and games. Eventually, the reality sets in that you guys secretly want to murder me. You don't think you can just dance away all your problems, all of our disagreements and difficulties. There are so many of you all of a sudden. Holy shit. Let's line them up. Line them up, folks. Line them up. Line them up. Line them up. What is the more effective way to deal with multiple enemies? Corpse Wax Cutter or the Wrath of God? The Corpse Wax Cutter, it is so much more cost effective. That is the major advantage here. Compared to Wrath of God. The Wrath of Gold, I should say. We have a Celebrant's Rib Rake, though. Just what I always wanted. You know, I'm also kind of liking this this trickle heal on the shield. Every time we are going to read in the menu, we are exiting the menu with full health. But that's really not so much a function of the trickle heal as it is a function of me blabbering on endlessly. So, you know, that is what it is. Rake decorated with many colored fabrics. Ceremonial tool used by dancers during the festivities of Dominula, Windmill Village. Crafted from human bone. Grants trace amounts of runes upon landing attacks. What? We gotta try that at least. We have to at least, hold on. How do we, let's take that off and let's sort this by order of acquisition. And we go to, God damn it. We can still be medium load. That's what I wanted to make sure. Let's, because I don't want to go into battle with a non-upgraded weapon. We'll keep our Gargoyle's sword at the ready, but I want to see. We'll go ahead and grab this item while we're here. I want to see. It's a rune arc. Huh. Should we use a rune arc? Maybe that's a signal for us to just use a rune arc. It's been a while, actually. It's been a long time. I've been kind of meaning. We got 10 runes from hitting that bird. We got 10 runes. Okay. 10 runes, you say. What an interesting effect. Have we? I don't think I've ever. There's never been a weapon in previous games that actually gave you runes for each attack. I think there's had to have been at least one weapon that like boosted the amount of runes that you're able to. Oh my god, it does so little damage. It does so little damage, but every single hit gives you 10 runes. No, maybe not every single hit. It's like every other hit. It's like every other hit or every third hit, maybe. We also have some of their festive garb now. Oh my god. Okay, so this Celebrant's Rib Rake. Cool. Cool. What a This game. That is another way for us to boost our intelligence, would be to just use a rune arc. So you know what? We are celebrating with some festivities here in. Wait a second. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Why do I have kick as my ability? Is this the first time that I have noticed? Is this, if you are unarmed, you can just kick. Guys, it might be time. You all joining the Elden Ring playthrough will not be familiar with the Twitch emote that was a mainstay of the DS1 playthrough. I've mentioned before that accidental kicks were another mainstay of the DS1 playthrough, because that was the only time that I could actually kick, was accidentally, never on purpose. And because of that, it became a Twitch emote on my Twitch channel. Is it time for us to make an Elden Ring update? It might be time. I just have learned that kicks are a thing when you are unarmed. What knowledge we are gleaning today. Ah, there is an item back here. Golden Rune 5. Got it. Got it. The flowers are so pretty. They really don't. It's just, it's one of those, it's perhaps going to be the ever ongoing theme here in the Altus Plateau. The juxtaposition of the beauty of the Erd Tree and everything in general, the sights that are everywhere to be seen. And yet, at the same time, it is utterly surrounded and consumed by all sorts of, worm faces and cackling red-eyed hags. We did pick up some holy proof dried liver, though. Oh, I don't want to get in the middle of all you. Don't want to get in the middle of everybody here. Now, this shield says that it does 95% damage reduction, but it feels like we might be just fighting against very weak enemies, but so far it doesn't feel like they're making a dent in our HP when we're blocking. Probably just against weak enemies. I guess we've picked up holy proof dried liver before. But yeah, we have a boost to our holy damage negation when we need it. And we did pick up this festival garb altered, which I forgot to check. Ceremonial garb worn by dancers at the festivities. Festivities of Damanula, the village of Windmills, faintly bloodstained. Just the faintest of bloodstains. Damanula. Sounds vaguely Latin. We know that the Bat Lady Singers. The Bat Lady Singers do sing something that is, I think, in Latin. And that we got the comment section was kind enough to inform me of the translation, which I have forgotten, but I do have the notes of. If we want to review that, if there is some weird connection to be had there, some Stormhawk feathers. That's a random connection. Oh, we could have just walked around this side. I didn't see that. Okay, so there's loot on various rooftops and cliff faces next to rooftops, so we'll see how thorough we can be here. I may have already missed some items that are stashed on other rooftops, but we'll find what we can as we continue to ascend, make our way up Damanula. There it is. How did I not loot that? Lightning grease. There we go. Oh my god, you were just laying in wait. Lightning grease. For a second, I thought there was a hole to drop into the dilapidated structure. Now, doing Wrath of Gold while on horseback is an interesting idea. That gives you some more options in terms of mobility. Now, man, the range is still not what I would have totally thought that I was going to get both of those, that I was going to hit both of those enemies there. So the range, I have to say, my preliminary feelings on Wrath of Gold is that its range is a bit lacking. Here's the item that I saw. And it's so expensive as well. Couple exalted flesh. It is so dang expensive. You know what? I did say that I was going to do it earlier, didn't I? Let's go ahead and... we have 21 rune arcs. Let's use one. And we'll give ourselves some more damage by boosting our strength and faith. But we'll also hopefully... well, not hopefully. We will be giving ourselves some additional casts of Wrath of Gold. I might have said Wrath of God a couple times because in my mind I've already like labeled it in as Wrath of God, Wrath of God. I did not extensively use Wrath of God in any of the previous Dark Souls games, and I think it was for a similar reason. I think it was I always felt that it was just not, it wasn't, the range was lacking. What the fuck? Is that a Godskin Apostle? Bro, there's a Godskin Apostle up here. Oh my god. I just put on a rune arc too. I mean, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe we're gonna need it against him. Oh my god. Godskin, please don't be as strong as the one that's in the freaking Divine Tower of Caelid. Okay, we one-shot you guys now, though. I like that. At least unawares. Fuck. At least when they're not looking, we can one-shot them, but we still can't one-shot them. When we're just riding around. Gold fireflies, okay. And we are up at the... well, this is really the top up here. We're at the edge of one of the edges of Damanula. I do really love the theme here in the Altus Plateau, the music theme. Very haunting. Godskin Apostle. Okay. Okay. Maybe Wrath of Gold will be a, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be using Wrath of Gold against you. I don't know if that's going to be a thing. If you're going to be using Black Flame spells, we might need, let's see. How do we want to handle this? How would we want to handle this? My Flask of Wondrous Physic gives me holy, a boost to my holy damage. Let's not overthink this. Let's not overthink it. Godskin Apostle. There it is. We actually hit him with that second one? We did. He's trying to dodge, but it's getting on him too quick. And it's doing reasonable damage. We're doing much more reasonable damage than the first time. This version is much more on our level. Good. And he's being a lot less what?
Oh, I'd love to be an Oscar Mayer wiener.
What is he being a lot less of? I don't know. I like this corpse wax cutter move. It's doing pretty well.
That is what I truly like to be.
Yeah, he doesn't hurt nearly as much. Oh my god. Now we still need to be a little careful. We also have a rune arc. We are at a significantly increased HP. There was supposed to be a roll there. I promise there was supposed to be a roll.
Everyone would be in love with me.
We're just kind of riding corpse wax cutter to the win here. Basically riding corpse wax cutter to the win. Thank goodness that is a mini Godskin Apostle. Oh, if only that had been our introduction to the Godskin Apostles. Why the hell is there a Godskin Apostle up in Dominula, the Windmill Village? That seems so freaking random. Okay, though, we have a Godskin Peeler, and we finally have a new Black Flame incantation. Scouring Black Flame. Let's go. Hello, I love it. I am going to, let's touch Grace. Let's activate that Side of Grace. Awesome. Let's finish looking around as well. Let's just do a quick little, make sure there's nothing else more here to be found, and then we will read our new items. A new Black Flame spell. Fuck yes. I love that we're getting so many new incantations. For so long, I should have known the game was going to, you know, give the faith build some love at some point. We spent so much of it in Liurnia. So much of the game has been spent in Liurnia, where they give the sorcerers all the love. But now we're here in the Altus Plateau, and this is where the clerics get to finally have their way. Love it. And I love that incantations have so many flavors of different magic affinities. I'm not going to rest still just yet. We're going to do one more sweep through the village. Scouring Black Flame. Why does it not show as... Why does it not have a little exclamation mark next to it like the other spell? What's up with that? We have enough faith to be able to cast this. It sweeps the area before the caster with Black Flame. Costs 21 FP. And charging enhances the range. We have to try this. The Black Flame could once slay gods, but when Malekith sealed Destined Death, the true power of the Black Flame was lost. I really need to review. I'm starting to get the details of Destined Death. Malekith, the Black Flame, these are starting to... I'm getting a little hazy on some of the details on what exactly happened when. But it does seem like these... The Black Flame, whoever the Godskin Apostles... Whoever they were devoted to seemed to come before Malekith. And then Malekith came on the scene and said, nope, Destined Death, you're my bitch. Something like that. Let's sweep through the rest of... I think that's it, though. I think we have... What is this place called again? Dominula. Oh, my memory... fades so quickly. Dominula. Really? I really did not eat any of those birds. What is wrong with me? Dominula Windmill Village. What in the heck? That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. We had such a nice little performance against the Godskin, the reprise of the Godskin Apostle fight. Went so smoothly, and then I couldn't hit the broadside of a set of birds. I think we're gonna call that a day for Dominula, though. The Windmill Village. There may be one or two items that I've missed, but we've tried to grab all that are in sight. So why don't let's go ahead, head down to the bottom of the village and rest so that we can equip. Oh, up here, let's check on top of this roof. That's maybe one spot that I didn't. Okay, hold on there, Torrent. Steady. Oh my gosh. Let's go equip our new spell. We have so many fun new things to try. And we did talk to that spirit. We also, I don't know if we rested here. This is maybe something... Okay, no talk to Melina option. Anytime that there is a site of grace that has the guidance of grace along with it, those have been, I think, a higher percentage chance that Melina would show up. So we need to maybe do that at some of these that we've been to already. But let's go ahead and equip. Figure out where... Maybe we'll put it in place of... We will swap out this aspect of the Crucible tail and try out Scouring Black Flame. See what this does against you guys. What's the range on this spell? Okay. All right. And then we can extend they actually drop human bone shards. We can extend the range if we charge it. Okay. Okay. Not a bad little crowd control option. Not bad. Okay. They may not be the most effective. They may not be weak to Black Flame. I don't know. So it may not be the most effective test case in terms of the damage that we've done. or the damage that that spell can do, but I like it. We'll keep experimenting with it. Let's move on from Dominula and see where... I did not mean to sit down. I meant to check my map. I meant to check the map because we need to keep heading in this direction. There is... I don't know if this is another windmill structure, but there's some structure up here that I want to maybe check out. So let's make our way down the road here. And away from the cackling. We've had enough cackling for one day. If I have anything to say about it. Oh, I see. It looks like it is a... It looks like it is one of these dilapidated towers. That is up on that. That is up on that ridge, I think. Excuse me? Oh, we're getting trebuchets launched at us. And we got wolves on our case. Trebuchets, you say. So we kind of need to make a run for it. How well aimed are these trebuchets going to be? If we just make a mad dash across the landscape. I also see a golden sapling. So it looks like if we stay on the move, we're good to go. Famous last words. All right, hold on here. Hold on. This is awkward. Just a bit awkward here. Especially if we get caught on trees as we're trying to stay on the move. Get behind the trebuchets. That is the order of business numero uno. Get me over here. Oh my God. Okay, can we take a breath? All right. I think we're out of firing range for the moment. Now that we're up here, let's see if we can actually just... Would they... It feels like they would probably put a site of grace up here somewhere. I mean, that's kind of close, so I guess we'll grab that. Oh my God, though. Let's also take a moment to soak in our surroundings. These are... What are these things? Are these giant tiki torches? Or are they giant spears? The capital outskirts. The feeling that I have right now, that as we, you know, when we get a title card like Capital Outskirts, it just feels like we're ever so slowly moving closer and closer to some absolutely momentous parts of the game. The gravity of the, well, the gravity of the situation, the as we advance closer and closer to whatever we're going to find in the capital. But this, the scene that we are looking at here of a past battlefield and these massive freaking spears or maybe arrows that have been shot and embedded into the ground. What an amazing scene. There's a troll over there, chilling, waiting for us to go nearby. We're also very close to one of these phantom banners. What's up with them? What's the story? Okay, that is also... Aha, here's the map. Here's the map for the Capital Outskirts maybe is going to be... Wait, that was the title card we got. Would make sense if that were the map for Capital Outskirts. We're going to continue to focus our attention in the area that we do have a map for. And we'll think about investigating that crazy looking battlefield later. Can't wait. There's a lot of encampments. That have these hollows. The hollow troops. Ash of War Lightning Slash. I love all of the different faith-oriented options that we are getting. This is awesome. So awesome. The next mystery that I'm going to be curious to learn is who exactly is the supposed to be the commander of the forces here. If we're looking at this symbol again, this symbol has 3 rings. Is it 3 rings? It's actually 4, isn't it? There's like 1 in the middle. This looks very much like what you see, like if you're booting up Steam to open the game, right? Is this not? Yeah, this looks similar to the logo that is on the game, the box art, but it's not quite the same. But you do see, you've got here, there is a circle in the middle, and then you have 3 circles that are to the side. So there are 4 circles altogether. What is the symbology though? Like we've seen clearly in Caelid, we had the red main forces. In Liurnia, we had I guess the Knights of the Cuckoo. We now have a monument icon as well to be able to summon some folks here. Or summon... Why don't we do that? Why don't we summon some rats? These seriously don't cost anything? They don't cost anything. Oh, and they really appear a long ways away. Wow. We're not going to be able to get to them before they're like dead. Maybe. Because there's a guy on horseback too. Like, I don't want to, let's go. I didn't realize the rats were going to be so far away. So they're proving to be, I guess, sort of a distraction. I don't know what they really did for us there. That was interesting. They spawn so far in front of you. What's the deal with that? Okay, is Black Flame going to be effective against you all? That's effective. I like what that does. Nice. Get wrecked. Black Flame is not bad. He can guard counter off of that? He gets to guard counter off of our incantation, huh? Okay. Didn't know the game worked like that. Is that something we could have taken advantage of in against enemies that shoot spells at us? That actually went up. That actually, I wasn't sure if it was going to actually, the logic of the spell was going to be able to figure out how to deal with an incline, but it did okay. It did pretty good. Whoa, what's going on here? Who's shooting at me? Who's shooting at me? Okay, he's below us. 10 hefty beast bones. Oh, there's one there. I see. Didn't realize I still had the Didn't realize I still had the black flame equipped. I thought I was hitting that guy with my sword. All right. All right, so these... Okay, I didn't realize you were up there. Son of a bitch. There was 2 of you. Wait, where the hell did that second one come from? We might have just potentially gotten an answer, partial answer to my question from just a few minutes ago. Leyendell soldier greaves. Greaves worn by soldiers sworn to defend the royal capital of Leyendell. Okay, oh, well, maybe if that's the case, then maybe it is it Morgott? I think I might have said Margit before. Morgott is supposed to be the grace-given lord, is he not? The grace-given lord of Leyendell? So do these guys serve Morgott? Also, we picked up Ash of War, Lightning Slash. Grants lightning affinity, and Lightning Slash, which calls down a bolt of lightning into the armament, then swing it down to create an explosive shock. The armament retains the lightning enchantment for a while. That's another pretty cool option, maybe, to throw on our, if we wanted to give another shot at the dual-wield Uchigatana build. Or hell, any freaking sword that we can think of. Could we apply that to the one that we got from Yura? What was the sword that we picked up from Yura? Yeah. He actually, there is already a skill on here, isn't there? Piercing Fang looks like one that can be... I didn't realize this at first, but because it has the icon next to the weapon, I think that means we could take that Ash of War from the Nagakiba and put it on one of our Uchis or something else. So there's some stuff to be played with there. Did I forget also to... I think I forgot to get around to the Godskin Peeler. We also got the weapon from the Godskin Apostle, which surprisingly does not scale with Faith. Considering that I see there's this Black Flame Tornado on it, I would have thought maybe that scales with Faith, or that there would be a fire damage component here, but not. But not in this case. It is a Twin Blade, another Twin Blade. Unique Twin Blade wielded by Godskin Apostles, characterized by its disturbing design. It's a very cool design as well. One end features a sickle for slicing attacks, while the other boasts a winding spike for boring into flesh. Lovely. Much skill is required to wield this weapon due to its asymmetric nature. Those apostles do wield it pretty well. The Black Flame Tornado, spin armament overhead, and then plunge it into the ground to summon a raging vortex of black flames. Hold to create an initial flame tornado while spinning the armament. I want to try that. We can try that right now. We also picked up this festive garb, which I think we had picked up the unaltered, or I guess in this case, this is the altered version. It's the one that has no robe. So there we go. Cool. Let's head up to the top. And then I will try to remember in just a moment to experiment with the Black Flame Tornado, which sounds so sick. We've seen it kind of in action with the Godskin Apostle, and it is pretty sick. All right, there's a chest. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Oh my God, it's back. It's back. We got an introduction to this style of chest in the War Dead Catacombs, and we have found our second. And in the time since that we've discovered that first chest, in my haste to escape the scarlet rot that was surrounding this chest, I could not remember what the tell was with the chains. But I think there's no mimics in Elden Ring. Everything is fine. I think the tell is the fact that the chain, when it points away from you, you're good to go. We'll find out. Great bow and a great arrow. Great bow and great arrows have been attained. Enormous great bow, larger than any man, cannot be drawn with any ordinary level of strength, but the force of its shots is extraordinary. A great bow can only fire Great arrows. Its skill is through and through. Powerful archery skill using a great bow held in an oblique stance. Ready the great bow, then twist the bowstring to fire a mighty great bow that can penetrate through enemies. Okay, there we have it. We have, and we actually can wield this. We do have enough dexterity. Oh, that does remind me that we actually, with our having used a rune arc, we have enough dexterity to wield a couple of the weapons that we were thinking about using before. Now, let's head down to the bottom. Let's head back to solid ground, descend the tower here. What tower did we say this was? The Highway Lookout Tower. I feel like we have found Highway Lookout Towers before. This is not the first. What is that sound? Oh, the ballistas start. They can see us from here, huh? But it doesn't look like they can actually hit us. So that's cool. I want to try a Black Flame Tornado. That's what I want. Let me see what it is like. Black Flame Tornado, go. Dude, that's so awesome. Now, let's hold. Dude. And then on top of that, it's also just a twin blade. Now, the thing about the twin blades, you kind of do need to dual wield a twin blade. Not dual wield, but two-hand. You kind of need to two-hand it, don't you? So a twin blade is not, in my mind at least, it's not like, you're not intended to really use a twin blade along with like a great shield. But of course, it's a video game. You can do whatever the hell you want. I'm gonna think about it. It's not upgraded at the moment, so I will think about using some of my upgrade materials. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to. Let's Torrent, hold on. Just Torrent can chill while I go out here and navigate around to pick up some golden arrows. Now let's get Torrent back into action. The Highway Lookout Tower. We are fully doing our best to fully scour the Lookout Tower. We have a great bow now as well. So hopefully Guff, wherever he is, whatever he's doing, hopefully Guff is proud of us. Okay. Now what? Ultimately, I still wanted to make my way to this place. I wanted to check out this building. So let's continue to do that, and we will continue that quest by, I guess we already explored this little encampment here with the Soldiers of Leyndell. Now known as the Soldiers of Leyndell. So let's just keep making our way from encampment to encampment. Putting some soldiers to rest. Oh, that is a loot corpse. Which apparently I have already picked up the loot here. Okay. Good to know. Do not remember that, but I probably just did it earlier this episode. And I've already forgotten. Let's disable some trebuchets, shall we? And we'll check this little, there's a little behind the scenes path here, a little backstage path. Okay. There is so much to check out. And I'm doing my best to soak it all in. A single Black Flame Fireball might also do the trick. So maybe we'll be a little bit more economical with our FP. Now that we've done some initial experimentation with the Scouring Black Flame. How fitting as we scour the plateau. We scour the plateau with the black flame, and everybody is happy, especially those that are being scoured. Yeah, our black flame is decently strong. That's what I was trying to remember. There was something down here that I wanted to check out. We had run by the golden seed that is over there. So now that we have disabled some trebuchets, I think we're ready to go check it out. 3 out of 5 golden. Oh, there's a trebuchet still up here. What the hell? I missed one. We were not there just yet. Thought I was safe. Wasn't actually safe. You stinker. You should be ashamed of yourself. Honestly speaking. All right, can I fall down from here? Oh, it's just far enough where I'm not sure. This part here looks a little bit closer though. And I'm still not sure. I still am a scared little... Elden Ring has taught me to be an absolute coward when it comes to fall damage. That is the one lesson that Miyazaki has really helped me internalize. And, you know, I wouldn't really say it's a valuable lesson by any stretch. Golden Seed number 3. We're making much quicker progress here to the next flask than I would have anticipated. But I should know, we're in the Altus Plateau. That's where all the golden shit is at. All right, another set of ruins looks like. And waiting for the title card. No title card, huh? A little surprising. This dude has a different looking sword. Excuse me? What in the actual... What the fuck? What the fuck? How? How was that a thing? The corpse wax cutter can do that, apparently. Good to know. What? Ah, yes, and of course, a larval tear. Except I think, well, what the fuck? Random hollow over here, who I should have looked, I should have maybe taken a moment to look at a little bit more closely, because I realized that in the middle of backstabbing, I think I backstabbed him. I noticed, wait a second, this guy's got like it looked like maybe an ornamental straight sword. It was a fancier looking sword than your average run-of-the-mill hollow. I was like, what's up with that? And then kitty attacks. Okay. The heart rate. The heart rate. Sometimes. Fuck this game. Was that a mimic? Is that what the thing with... Is that why we got a larval tear? Is because that was a mimic? Okay, is this an Erdtree an Erdtree Guardian here? The Erdtree... The Erdtree... I'm thinking... I'm getting a little distracted thinking to the... What was the clue that we got at the beginning of the episode regarding Erdtree sentries? Like, do I need to be pulling out... Should I have been pulling out Ghost Flame here and there to... so we can unveil the hidden assassins? Would the Ghost Flame have revealed to us the identity of this freaking... Kitty sneak attack? Okay, guys. Okay. All right. We're moving on. We're moving on. It was not really like it was not a set of ruins with a name, except we're gonna give it a name. We're gonna give it a name. This name is Fuck Yo Kitty. More busted up trebuchets. Lightning Great Bolts. Okay. And Aristocrat Garb altered. I thought I heard lightning falling. Or lightning crashing somewhere in the distance. Yeah, it's on the way. It's on the way to this building that we are slowly inching toward. There is a graveyard down here that I see that's probably going to have a bunch of runes in it. Miranda blooms, huh? No. Why? Why must you guys exist? Golden Rune 8, Golden Rune 4, good stuff. Why must the Miranda blooms be a thing? Why can I not target you? Hello? Really? Why can't I target you? Game. Game. Annoying. It let me target the other one, didn't it? Didn't it let me target the other one? Oh well. Let's pick up a Side of Grace. Look at that. Perfect timing. Lost Grace discovered. Does this one have Guidance of Grace attached to it? It does not appear to. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay sitting here at the Rampart side path because we're pretty close to leveling up, are we not? 10K, 11K. Why don't we level up? I guess there is a bit of garb here to check as well. I feel like we have the unaltered version of this, I think. Oh, but we didn't check out the Lightning Great Bolts. Tipped with a clump of Gravelstone shards, deals powerful lightning damage. Cool, cool, cool. And then yeah, let's level up, shall we? 7. How do we want to do this? We can do 2 of these. We can do 2 of our 10s. And then we can do 5 of these. Nope. 5 of these, he says. And we'll level up. And we'll put that point, I think we'll still put that point into dexterity for when we lose our rune arc, we will be able to naturally wield those weapons that we were thinking about leveling. So, and I think we might just get we don't get an increase to the damage on any of our weapons, but this is, I think, what I want to do. I think. Let me just quickly check and see. We're not even getting like a crazy amount of increase to damage from either faith or strength. So dexterity it is. There we go. We'll see if we can avoid getting zapped by lightning. So far, we have avoided that fate. In other areas, which it is felt like we really can't get zapped by lightning, but also I don't know for sure if we've just been getting lucky. We'll pick up some Fulgur Bloom, and we're basically here at the building. We may have to take a closer examination of this statue. I hadn't really thought about it too deeply since the beginning of the game, but now that this is going to be a recurring statue, we might need to think about its iconography a bit more. We have, all of a sudden, we have a monument icon on our screen, and I do see a, I think that this might be one of, there was a fight that we had way back in one of the only clue that I'm going on here is the weapon that I see. The weapon that I can just barely make out. And also the fact that you are shrouded in black. This feels like one of the Knight of the Black Knives assassins. I think that's the case here, because it looks like, well, there's an enemy over here. Oh, that's just a woodland creature. It looks like that's who we fought when we teamed up with D back in the Black Knives catacombs. And we found that fight behind the sus wall. I think that's who we're dealing with here. Black Knife assassin. There we go. Just as dodgy as I remember, but also not that much poise, maybe? Unless you're in that move. Very dodgy. Very fucking dodgy. They move so... They have such really beautiful movements. Such elegant, like there's almost a translucent quality. I think we went out of bounds of the fight. On accident, didn't mean to do that. But the cloak, the way that it kind of just, almost like a partial cloak of invisibility, or what was it called in Harry Potter? Not a Harry Potter expert here, as you all well know. Our corpse wax cutter doesn't seem to be a great move here. It's just, I'm sticking with some very basic attacks so far. It might be a good idea to think about, I don't know, Wrath of God? That one is a little too obvious for you. You see that one coming. Oh, I wonder if we could backstab you. Didn't even think about trying that. I'm just going with the strong attacks here. Oh, we get knocked back. That's why I'm not doing a guard counter. Okay. Ooh, there is something going on with my health that I had not realized before. We've like had our maximum HP reduced. Totally didn't see that happen. Fascinating. All right, Black Knife Assassin, you are out of here. Give me my bonus runes and give me my health back. I did not realize that that effect was building up, but we totally had our maximum HP reduced. Has that happened before? That's happened once before, hasn't it? But I forget when exactly it happened. By the way, I kind of love this trickle heal on the shield. I am not going to lie. The shield, 95% damage reduction. I have noticed that we are taking some little chip damage as we've been blocking more potent enemy attacks. But it's, you know, oh, it's only 5% of the damage. And you quickly heal it back because trickle heals are the best. Black Knife. This is a legendary item or a legendary weapon. We have the well, not one and only, but one of the, it scales with faith and it does holy damage. This is so, I had noticed the fact that this weapon skill, which I guess is called Blade of Death, it has the same coloration as our Corpse Wax Cutter, our Black Blade Kindred, our Black Gargoyle's Black Blade. Black blades, black knives are still associated with holy damage. This is so counterintuitive to me. It's going to take a while for me to just wrap my head around that idea. But I love it. It's another option that we could use. We could totally make use of this. It doesn't really scale with strength super great, so it's probably not the ideal weapon for us. But let's read. If nothing else, we've got to have some juicy lore on a black knife, dagger once belonging to one of the assassins who murdered Godwin the Golden on the night of the Black Knives. Holy shit. A ritual performed on the oddly misshapen blade imbued it with the power of the stolen rune of death. And of course, gosh, Ronnie is right in the thick of that. She's the one who performed the ritual, is she not? The unique skill, Blade of Death. Unleash the power of the Rune of Death to fire off a blade-like projectile. In addition to dealing immediate damage, the blade reduces the enemy's maximum HP and continues to wear down HP for a while. So it was only once we got actually hit with the Blade of Death. We had dodged it the first couple times, and then finally got our HP reduced. Godwin the Golden. So then why was there a Black Knife Assassin here? What in the world would you be guarding? I had wondered what I had been kind of thinking during my break, which I had just taken a few minutes earlier. I had been thinking to myself, you know, this building, if it does appear to be very, very similar, if not identical. Oh, here's the base of one of these phantom banners. We don't do nothing special happens when we just walk through one of them. It's just there. But if this building is exactly the same, as the building at the beginning of the game, or very, very similar. No Arteria leaf in this case, so it's not quite that identical. But I remembered what was in that building that we emerged from at the beginning of the game. Not just the Cave of Knowledge, but also the Fringe Folk Hero's Grave. Is that what we're heading toward? Are we heading toward a Fringe Folk Hero's Grave? We're not able to warp out. We've lost the ability to warp. I have a bad feeling about this. All of a sudden, there is a site of... it's a Sainted Hero's Grave. We'll reserve judgment here. Is this a message? There's a message here. Shadow bathes in light and knows weakness. Excuse me? So we have a passageway leading in this direction, but we also have a place to put a stone sword key. And I hear breathing. We have plenty of stone sword keys, so we'll use it. We'll use one of them. It's just one of these guys. Okay. Or is it one of the guys that I... Waiting for him to turn into a giant kitty. Crimson Seed Talisman. Those were the guys... Weren't those the guys that would ring the bells back in Liurnia? Or was that somebody completely different? Maybe I should have taken a closer look. Will that guy respawn? He does respawn. Oh, there's the face. There's the face. I thought it was a Garank sort of situation where the face wasn't visible because of this hood. The face is looking upward. Maybe it's not the same. Maybe it's not quite the same as those guys in Liurnia. Let's check out our new talisman. Crimson Seed Talisman boosts. Oh, boosts HP restoration from Flask of Crimson Tears. The Erd Tree was once perfect and eternal, and thus was it believed that Erd Tree seeds could not exist. That's why this... I was thinking, we've already gotten something similar to this, haven't we? And we have picked up the Cerulean Seed Talisman, which is sort of useless for us because I think we get a full drink no matter what. Already with our Cerulean Flask. Not the case with our Crimson Flask. Not sure if this is going to be worth a talisman slot, but this is the Estus ring, right? Was that what it was called? The Estus ring? Because we don't really get a full drink. We don't get a full drink from our current talisman. Man, we are actually getting... Oh... We used a rune arc. We don't actually need this Great Jar's Arsenal, do we? We sort of need it. Unless we take this thing off. Oh, that's not good enough. It would be kind of nice to open up this rune slot. I don't know if the Crimson Seed Talisman is the one we want to have there. Might be better to have any number of other the Bull Goats Talisman. That's the one. All sorts of other potency of incantations. For the moment, I'm not going to spend any time overthinking, redoing the build, retooling the build. We're going to leave the current setup, but I like the options. Good stuff to think about. It is also nice to not have your current build be reliant on a rune arc. Shadow bathes in light and knows weakness. No idea what that means. Other than, is this the moment where we are supposed to be using our torch? This is maybe not the right torch, because that clue about the clue that we got at the beginning about unseen assassins. Erdtree sentries once carried torches that could cast light on these prowlers. That's where my brain is going here. But I don't think, like, this is a ghost flame torch, right? This is not the right torch. Not the right torch. I see. These guys are just going to be the enemies that are in here. Okay. It is these guys. Okay, they're ringing the bells. They're ringing the bells. I was right. I don't know why I didn't get a backstab there. They must be, like, somehow sloped through the floor. All right. Was a sus wall there. That felt like that could be a good candidate for it. You've got these ones to the side that have a grave in them, and then this one was just a little bit taller and no grave or no coffin. Nice, nice, nice. Is that a... That is an imp that looks weird for some reason. Okay, hold on. We're not going to fall down there yet. Let's just... there was another direction to explore here. Also, there's underneath to explore. Oh, it's one of these guys. Holy shit. Oh my god. Why must you exist? Why must you exist? Come on. Come on. Really? That's how we're going to play this? Does he not come out from under the stairs? Is he stuck behind the stairs? Hmm. Yes, I am trying to cheese him. Oh, hey, okay. There he is. There he is. We got him. We got him. Those guys are still erratic enough. They're still erratic enough where that started to get a little dicey. Thought we were gonna die there. Because all of a sudden, I didn't get my camera lock in the right spot, and it's kind of what I get for trying to cheese things. Maybe what I deserve for trying to cheese that guy using the staircase right here, thinking he was stuck when he really wasn't. Okay, all right. All right. Moving right along. Now, let's see about this imp here. I think he's just in poor lighting. The fact that he is silhouetted the way he is. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. My black flame just went right through you. Uh-oh. Okay. That's a potential conundrum. Okay. Oh. Move them into the light. Move them into the light. I get it. Just get them into the light. Everything will be fine. Just get them into the light. I figured it out. Probably took me a little longer to figure it out than I should have. But they do set up the clue. They give it to you very They give you example of imp that cannot be hit, and an example of an imp that looks like it can be hit. Just sort of standing here, mesmerized by the light. Well, look at this. Look at this dude. It's one of the grave keepers. Guide of the... It's the guy that points us to the catacombs normally, except this time he's holding the light. I was thinking to myself of navigating. I was gonna try to navigate to that note about the imps while I was running around trying to avoid an imp, thinking, oh, how am I gonna kill this guy? I need to check the intel one more time to remind myself. There, the hero's graveyard. We found it. We're in the hero's graveyard. One of the hero's graveyards. There might be more, considering we've seen this structure up in Mount Gelmir. Rosas's light. We found Rosas's light. Hi. Okay. Good to know. Now, which way do we go? Looks like this path leads upward. This path leads downward. Let's go upward before we go downward. Let's do that. And we will continually get our trickle heal from this shield, which is so good. It's so nice. It's just so warm and comfy. Wait, this is where we came in, isn't it? This is where we came in. So what was the point of that sus wall? Because we could have just come down here. Why did there need to be a sus wall? What did I miss? If there's a sus wall here, does it lead to something else? Looks like this is the end of the line, right? Like I can't keep walking here? I don't think I can keep walking there. If I do try and I fall, I probably won't die. But let me just... Okay. I don't quite know why there is a sus wall. That's peculiar. Just for the heck of having a sus wall? Is there something else up here that I am missing? It doesn't feel like it, so we're gonna go ahead and move on, and I'll ponder that mystery, as with so many others. So many other mysteries. Oh boy. Okay, is there another? There is a Rosas light in this room. And so we want to kind of, can we lure? I wanted to lure the imps up here. Get them to run up here, and then I have a little more time to run around to the Rosas' light. Okay. Alrighty, this is fine. We're learning. We're learning the tricks. So far, it's not a Fringe Folk Hero's grave. Hopefully it doesn't become one. Oh, I forgot. These guys have a weakness to healing, don't they? They have a weakness to, like, Blessing's Boon and stuff. So we could potentially throw a little bit of our healing Oh, that's what I forgot. We picked up a big old healing spell that I haven't tried. That's what I should equip one of my memory slots. I'll see if I can remember that. Make a note of that. Next time. What's going to be the gag here? Why is the floor kind of sunken in? Not sus at all. Totally not sus. Leyendell soldier ashes. Okay, is this a cave-in floor? Is that what we have to do here in order to progress downward further into there's a ledge up there. How do I get there? Let's check our soldier ashes real quick. Spirits of soldiers, each equipped with a spear and great shield. The soldiers of Leyendell fight their battles defensively. During the shattering, they were the ramparts that fortified the royal capital. How do I get up here? Was that what the sus wall, or maybe there was another sus wall somewhere. There might have been another sus wall that I just ran by. Now these walls on this side are sus as fuck. Somewhere. Somewhere here, there might be a sus wall that I've missed. And maybe that is why that seemingly useless sus wall exists, is to clue you in, to make you think about the possibility of other sus walls. Maybe. Now we're almost... No, we're back up here to... This is the original sus wall. I did already roll into this, didn't I? Wow, you can actually stand there? Okay. All right. There you go. That's a thing. Not that it's getting us anywhere. Not that we're actually getting anything out of this deal. So, okay, let's head back down. And I guess we're going to have to allow a very suspicious floor to cave in on us. Because otherwise, we're at the end of the road. I suppose there could be something under here. I think I already checked these, though, didn't I? I checked these. I could have sworn I did. Like, if there were any sus wall here to be had, it would be this one, because it doesn't have, like, there's no little floorboard. The floorboard does not exist on this one. But it remains intact. All right, let's go back down. We are still very healthy in terms of flasks. So, assuming that none of these... Assuming that none of these were a sus wall... I don't know how to get to that ledge at the moment. So, Down we go. Not Blessing's Boon. That's why did I think I was casting Wrath of Gold? I totally thought I was casting Wrath of Gold. That's not a good idea. Hold on here. These guys don't have to, I don't have to keep these guys in the light, do I? I don't have to keep them in the light. They just need to be once exposed to the Rosus light, and then they are why am I crouching? How did that happen? Ay. Nice of the game to allow us to, once we have dispelled the shade of the imps, they can no longer throw shade. They are permanently, the Rosus light permanently brings them into a state of vulnerability, which is good. My accidental crouch. I'm surprised, honestly, that I have not been doing the accidental crouches nearly as much as I have done in like DS3. And it would have happened more in Sekiro if I hadn't like remapped my buttons, which I originally did with Elden Ring. I was going to do the same button remapping, but that makes doing that button remapping makes like two-handing things much more awkward. Fuck me. Actually, you know, maybe this is okay. This is, as long as there's no chariot, just don't let there be a stupid freaking chariot. Don't let there be, I was gonna write on that. Oh, this is not poison water. I was totally thinking that this was gonna be poison water. Okay, all right, I think I figured out, I think I have figured out how we're getting up to one of these ledges. The mystery of the unreachable ledges has been dispelled. We're there. We made it. Oh, I can roll into you. You have the anti-poise. Am I just learning this? I didn't realize you guys had the anti-poise. So I just, okay. Not that we really needed a super... Well, maybe not when they're doing their grab attack. The grab attack is something that maybe... I don't know. No! Come on. Come on. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. See, there I got the backstab, but I think it's because you were, like, fully on the platform. All right. Is this the ledge? That's the ledge above the collapsible floor. Okay. Just keep going. Don't overthink it. When the game is presenting a question mark, don't overthink it. Just keep going. And another stone sword key to spend. It has actually been before this episode. I can't really remember the last time that we had to spend a stone sword key, so we're a little bit overdue. And we get a Dragon Crest Shield Talisman +1. I don't remember picking up a +0. Of that particular talisman. What that do? It's effective against dragon attacks? Protects you against dragon attacks? Oh, it greatly boosts physical damage negation. Yo, they actually give you a talisman for this? Wrought iron talisman depicting a duo of ancient dragons. The ancient dragons who ruled in the prehistoric era I believe this is the same as all the other talismans that we've seen before, except it protects you against physical damage. What? Dude. Has that been a thing before? Have they had a similar type? I'm probably forgetting the equivalent of that ring in Dark Souls games. I feel like that wasn't a thing. An option that I will definitely spend some time thinking about. I will definitely look for some situations where physical damage negation could come in handy. All right, there is a bridge up there that we want to get to. Oh, but how do we get to it? Because these blades... maybe we have to do... Dang it. Maybe we have to... Oh my god, seriously? I was making that harder than it should be. No, that's not how we do it. I thought I could, like, shimmy my way around the ledge. The border of... Who knows? It could be one of these things where... Don't overthink it, just keep going. Oi, what the fuck? One of you is in here. Okay. Wait, I thought that guy was gonna grab me. That guy did grab me, motherfucker. It's not like they deal a ton of damage, but I hate getting grabbed. I hate it. I hate it. Y'all suck. You thought. Bitch, you thought. These guys move so freaking slow. It's like, do I want to even bother with them? And then they are just feasting on your neck before you know it. So you really do have to bother, sadly. I'm trying to figure out. There's the boss door. Aha, the boss door is there. And there's also a tunnel to the side. Okay, let's go through this tunnel, because it might lead us up to the bridge above us. We're gonna switch over here to Wrath of Gold. I think I kept calling it Wrath of God. It may stay permanently Wrath of God in my mind. Okay, I thought maybe there was a second one of you. I thought. That was supposed to be a flask drink, not a stupid telescope look. I've had enough of a close-up view of you guys for an entire lifetime. Stamina. Oh my gosh. Even as powered up as we are, even in the state where we, you know, they can't whack us over the head and kill us instantaneously like they kind of used to be able to. Even with that, they are still so nerve-wracking. Oh, yeah. Okay. I thought I was gonna die there as well. I hate these guys. Whatever the fuck they're called, the Laskyar spiders. That's what they are in my mind, because that's where the first one was in the Laskyar ruins. No. Wait a second. This is a mini boss. And he's shrouded in the stuff that the... Oh my god. Okay, so we're not supposed to fight this guy. We're supposed to just go in and get the loot and get out. What? All right, we're gonna apply... We're gonna stack trickle heals here. Because I am a little bit low on my overall flasks. Although... Oh wait, no, the lever has to be in this room, doesn't it? That's what really is in here. Is the lever behind him? Because we have to open the boss door, don't we? Oh my god. Okay. Seriously? Oh yeah, I don't have time. The guy is coming our way. Is there a lever behind him? There's Ghost Glovewort. Which I guess we'll try to pick up. Please. Okay, there's no lever in here actually. Okay, so we're getting the fuck out of here. And if this guy decides to follow us, is there a Rosus light? Nope, this is actually a dead end. I don't want to go there. I want to go down this way. I want to go down this way. If he follows me, there is a Rosus light back up here. That's where it is. Okay, so let's see if we can make it through here without getting hit by these falling Sen's Fortress blades, and we can lure back this guy to the Rosus light. And we'll see if he should actually kite this far back. And he actually gets guard broken. That's what that effect is. It's not... Oh, interesting. It's actually a stance break. It is actually a stance break. If you're at... Wait a minute. Oh, I thought he went back into... It looked like he reapplied whatever... Fascinating. I thought he had reapplied whatever aura that the shades have, the aura that gets dispelled by Rosus's light. I thought he had reapplied it and that I needed to lure him back in. He was just going back into the shadows. But that is the first time that I can remember us seeing the fact that you beat an enemy. The fact of beating an enemy. Oh, wait a second. Okay, there's an actual fog gate. And we do get a stake of America. That's the only thing that I was super concerned about, is making sure that we actually get a stake of America. And I will refill my health in the process at the same time, because they are giving us a backstabbable enemy. Take a little bit of extra health and extra FP. Just that little bit of extra value that we can squeeze out before we head into a boss fight or a mini boss fight, however we want to classify it here. We had to kill that enemy, which we have faced before as a mini boss. Was it actually in the catacombs that gives us the... I don't remember. It's been way long ago when we first encountered that guy as a mini boss, but now he's just a regular enemy. But you have to beat him in order to make it through or open up the boss door. All right, we do have our Flask of Wondrous Physic. So we'll do that. And we will also, I guess, give ourselves... I won't worry about giving the Blessings boon. But... maybe we will do what? Crucible of the Horns, potentially? Let's see what happens. Ancient... Oh, it's one of these guys. Ancient Hero of Zamor. That's not how you cast a spell. I think we actually... Now that I think of it, we actually used the Crucible of the Horns against this guy when we first faced him back in the Everjail that gave us the Radagon Scar Seal. If I remember correctly. Too many of these enemies are able to dodge my attacks too easily. How do you like Frozen Lightning Spear? Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I need to be careful here. Hold on. You're able to knock me out of that? That's some BS. Okay, it's not a good idea to try to use a Frozen Lightning Spear against a enemy that uses ice attacks, right? That cannot be a smart move. He was more vulnerable to attack there than I realized. I should have gone for more damage, more attacks. Oh, that's the move. Why did I think that was just going to be the little puny frost breath that you had done in front of you before? Why did I think that that was what you were going to do? Okay. Ancient Hero of Zamor is once again out of here, and we have Ancient Dragon Knight Kristoff, another named legendary Ashes. And my oh my, did we drench ourselves in blood. Got some Bloodborne vibes going on here, baby. Okay, cool. That was fun. Let's pick up some root resin and read about, oh, I guess this was what we really were supposed to have been doing.
Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
Let's do that. Ancient Dragon Knight Kristoff. Spirit of Kristoff, an honorable knight of Landel who was also a devout worshiper of the ancient dragons. His skills strike down foes with thunderbolts, the dragon's weapon of choice. Yeah, that's so cool how we've kind of flipped the tables from lightning being this big old weakness of the dragons to it is their main weapon of choice. After the first defense of Landel, Kristoff earned the hero's honor of Erdtree Burial for the feat of capturing Godfroy the Grafted. Excuse me? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Godfroy? Maybe it's Godfroy. Godfroy the Grafted? Godfroy. That one I would be okay if the comments wants to leave a little clarification on how to properly pronounce Godfroy, Godfroy, whatever the case may be. That's we'll give an exception to the don't tell me anything rule. Feel free to fill me in, guys, on what the pronunciation is there. Who the hell is he anyway? Or she? Who are they? They've been doing some grafting similar to Godric. Godric's brother, sister, cousin? Somehow related to Godric. That much I feel pretty safe in guessing. All right, folks, that's where we're going to wrap up this installment of Elden Ring. Fortunately, this was not the Fringe Folk Hero's Grave. It gave us some heart palpitations. There were some scary moments, but nothing like our original experience with the Fringe Folk Hero's Grave. And we've done some things now. We have planted a foothold in terms of warp points. We took down another Godskin Apostle. That felt good. We checked out the wonderful... Man, it is so foggy. Why is it as foggy as it is? Hold on. We can't... I would love to be able to pass the weather as well as passing the time. Because sometimes you just don't want it to be as foggy as it is. You know? You just... Can we please... No, it's really going to do this to me, huh? It's really going to do this. We met up with Goldmask, though. We finally encountered the Noble Goldmask for the first time, and we were able to direct Brother Corin to his location. This is actually a good way to close this out, because we now have enough runes to be able to buy that spell. The spell, the incantation that we could not afford. And look at that. The sky has also cleared up. We finally got the fog to dispel. So this is good. We're gonna circle back, bring things full circle here. And that's very fitting given the shape of the gold mask. And let's buy this spell and add the Disc Golf to our repertoire. And perhaps we will fully deck ourselves out in holy spells next time. We have so many Ashes of War as well. Holy-oriented, lightning-oriented Ashes of War that we have access to. And we've laid a foothold into the... I guess we already had a foothold here at the Outer Wall Phantom Tree, but we also have this Outer Wall Battleground. Slowly but surely progressing steadily toward the capital. This war point here, this is the Divine Bridge. It will be very interesting at some point to go back there. Once we've, made some inroads into the capital or inside the outer wall and further explored in that direction. But yeah, we've taken on the Windmills, the Sainted Hero's Grave, and there's still some trebuchets, and there's still so much more to do. And I can't wait. I can't wait to be able to play Elden Ring whenever I get to sit down to play it next and share it all with you. And these gorgeous views, holy shit. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.